Hello, I like making an episode of Virginia Tech Show. I'm your host, Kent Reeves. Here's my thoughts to the Saturday spring game. I just want to say I love what I saw for all four quarterbacks in the offense production. Passing and rushing was good. It gets me excited for this Virginia Tech football season. Anyway, like I say here's the quarterback stats. Ethan Grunkemeyer, like what I say, guys got arm speed. He's like from for 13 and 1,736 yards and one touchdown. He didn't make that bad. He did make that bad pass. Probably wasn't all his fault. Then it was an interception. But I like what I saw from Ethan Grunkemeyer, and as the people say, I'm expecting him to most likely start. Same way with Bryce Breaker. That guy can rush. Bryce Breaker looks really good. It's 15-27, 140 yards, and one touchdown, 4-3 rushing. He had a good game. So this is a basically really good quarterback battle between Bryce Breaker and Ethan Grunkemeyer. That we might not know Ethan Grunkemeyer be the starter, but as well with Bryce Breaker's possibility. The two backups, Conan Ryan, 19-14, 88 yards, one touchdown. He looked really good. He looked really good unexpected. I guess I give credit Danny O'Brien, the quarterback's coach, James Franklin, and tight end coach. Tight end says offensive corner Ty Hall, because he's the offensive corner. That's why he gets credit too. And true freshman Troy Hashman looked pretty darn good at the game from impact, but he did got sacked like 4 times. Under pressure. Hey, he's a freshman and he's learning. You must learn to get sacked under pressure. You must get out of pressure. Especially in the middle situation possibility, he will probably get out of that. But one touch, the sack, gotta protect you, man. You must only learn. I believe this offense, as James Franklin said, looks like everybody else saying, will be in the receiving game, will be tight ends. Like we saw from Luke Reynolds. He had 5 receptions, 64 yards. Henderson, St. Germain, 2 receptions and 74 yards. Bensley, Gosnell, 5 receptions and 34 yards. And Chris Harrison was 4 receptions and 58. Sorry, I didn't pronounce his name right. Those guys got more reception yards than the wide receivers. And what I saw from the first play by Ethan Grunkemeyer throw to Luke Reynolds, and then Reynolds again 2 plays later, and then the end zone we did for the Keyshawn Brown. I like what I see. I like the tight end. And it's all because of what James Franklin wants to see. And for tight end, said our offensive coordinator says tight end coach Ty Hall. And that's most likely it's going to be. And I like his form. I think Virginia Tech could be successful for a tight end. 3 tight end game or 2 tight end. Not saying the other receiver is going to be a key. The other receiver is going to be a key. That's why he's going to got Keyshawn Brown. And Green. And Green got a good game as well. With 2 factors at wide receiver. Like we got wide receivers on depth. But I think it's going to be going forward. It's going to be like a style of tight ends. I love what the offensive line did. The offensive line did pretty done good in this football game. The motion, the attack in the running game. Jeff Elviston, the guy had a very good game. I'm telling you, that guy is going to be like the second command of Messiah Hawkins. Messiah's going to play. He was hurt, but I believe Messiah Hawkins will get better by the fall. But Jeff Ellington's probably going to be, I believe, his star rank in this country is a former 4-star recruit coming out of high school. Matt Henderson didn't play. I guess he was out for injury, I think. But he's probably going to be a factor, and possibly Benji Gosnell. Like I said, it's probably going to be a 3 tight end system for Virginia Tech going forward. But I like what I saw. The wide receivers did good, and then Green had a good game. Christian Brown good run, and the running back had a good game. I like what I love what I saw from my 4 quarterbacks. Again, Ethan Gronk, my arm, as we expected, throwing him most of it's going to be a quarterback. He did rush for 12 yards. And then Bryce Breaker, 15 and 27, 140 yards. Looks like it's going to be neck and neck thing, Breaker and Grunkemeyer. And Troy Hoon looks like he looks pretty good. And Kevin Ryan looks real good. But I do believe at the end of the day that the starting quarterback will be Ethan Grunkemeyer. Because we've seen it. But could be wrong. Maybe it could be Bryce Breaker. And I'd be very excited still if Bryce Breaker still becomes the quarterback. Defense looks awesome that Saturday. Brent Price said we got 10 sacks from both guys. I think a lot of majority of the good players on the white team for the defense. Someone was on the maroon team. Probably the reason why the maroon came back and win. But I think it was a mistake by Ethan Grunkemeyer did too. But I like what I saw from the defense, both on the maroon team and the white team. Stephen Scott's forcing field goals. Speaking of, I think Will Love did a good job kicking field goals. The white John Love didn't come out. I think when it comes to spring, I think the kickers had a chance in practice. I think the kickers should, my point of view, should be neutral too. Should be both teams, so you can see how good is the kicker. So the white majority was on the field more, and that will like that. I think I don't know. John Love is good. We know it's good, but that's just me. But I love how I see him with the defense and interception by Jones picking up a mistake that Ethan Grunkemeyer did. But I think Ethan Meyer is going to do good from his mistakes. But I love how I saw the defense, 10 sacks, amazing, and the offense looks really good. I believe in this game I saw it was less vanilla. It was still vanilla, but I think it's less vanilla because I think James Franklin was meant business and training. Speaking of business, James Franklin's like when Bud Foster doing lunch pail benchers on the field. James Franklin not play, get off the field like a couple of times for the speaker because they're doing football drills before they go out in game. But James Franklin looks like a sign he ain't playing around, wants to do better. Anyway, I think I'm gonna. Anyway, that's all I gotta say in Virginia Tech show about my thoughts on the spring game. I think I love what I see and get me excited for Virginia Tech football. Anyway, that's all I gotta say in the Virginia Tech show. That's my thoughts on the spring game. Love what I see about the quarterbacks and everything else. I still believe Ethan Grunkemeyer would be the starting quarterback, but you never know. Bryce Breaker could be the guy. Here's what's coming up at the Virginia Tech show this week. First thing first, as traditional, I think I'm going to do a poll, today, of how many wins you guys think. I think I'm going to do my prediction of how many wins we get today. Add to it. Anyway, I will do my Let's Talk series. Let's talk about Bryce Breaker and Ethan Grunkemeyer. I might talk about another quarterback. We can see. And so on. Meanwhile, the coaches should be going out recruiting and the players should be resting and also get ready for summer warm-ups. Lifting weights. Football's ain't over yet. Now they're in phase 3. Anyway, that's all I got to say in Virginia Tech show. What do you guys think about my thoughts of the spring game talk? Let me know in the comment section below. And please to enjoy it, comment, subscribe, and really help me out. Let's go Hokies.